So I've done it, huge garage turnover, purchased 2 new vehicles, sold 2, and got a 3rd one for sale. Gonna go through each one. I feel like each new car deserves its own video, and I think each car I got rid of deserves a final farewell video. So that's my next 4. I'm good at math. 4 videos coming up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up to date on all the new stuff coming in and out of the garage and some of the mindset tips I've got to go along with it. Take it back. 3 new vehicles. I totally forgot about one. My last video went through the car I'm revealing today on how I made the decision if I should buy it or not. Make sure to check that video out if you want to see the way I make my decisions to make sure the long term they don't have negative effect on what I'm doing. So I'm not going to drag it out. Here is my 2015 Lamborghini Aventador. So I've only had the Lamborghini about a week, but here are a few of my favorite things and a few of the things that just don't make sense to me. So it has a single clutch versus a dual clutch, so you feel the shifts more, a lot like my E60, so you can kind of see my feeling if you go watch some of those older videos. But personally, I like it because it makes it feel like you are controlling what's happening in the car, almost like you're shifting yourself. Whereas a dual clutch is just instantly shift, so there's benefits to that, obviously, of just instant power constantly, but you lose a little of the connection to the car. So I really am enjoying the single clutch and the feel of actually connecting with the car. A weird thing that's really annoying is the frunk release. It's not electric. It's a 2015 and it's not electric. I had a 2010 Audi R8, which is same company basically. It was electric. So I don't understand how a 5-year newer car is missing something that simple. I don't mind the release, but if I'm going to put something in the frunk from the outside, I have to open the door, reach in, release it, and then go put the stuff in. It would just be a lot easier if I could hit a button on the remote and it would pop. The color is by far the best color Lamborghini makes, in my opinion. Perfect. The bright orange with the dark black accents and the carbon, but the orange has like a gold flake in it, so when the sun hits it, the glow is next level. And the only color that Lambo makes that's close is that lime green, but it's still not as good as this orange is. It is the best color ever on a Lamborghini. It has a gas cap, and this is an ongoing theme with my videos, but I don't understand why anything has a gas cap anymore. Technology is out there. It's been proven to be safe. Just make it so I can put the pump in, put gas in, take it out. Don't have to remember to screw the little cap on if it's loose or not. To make it even worse, the Huracan doesn't have one. So they even, like Lamborghini, even knows how to do it. That being said, they did make the little cord thing that holds the cap the perfect length, so it's not beating against the car with the shape of the car. So at least they thought that out, unlike BMW. The roominess inside versus some of the other supercars is surprising to me. I wasn't sure I would even fit. Not saying there's tons of room, but nothing in this classification of car ever has tons of room for me. So there are a few Ferraris that fit a little bit better. Overall, this has a lot of room and is way more comfortable than some of the other ones I've owned. I absolutely love this car as it sits. The exhaust is already done by the previous owner. So besides that, what should I do, if anything, to this car to improve it? I think it's a masterpiece. I also know there are a lot of different things you can do to it to make it look better. So in the comments below, let me know what you think the first modifications I should do, if any. Another thing that's kind of irritating to me is the option choices on whoever first purchased this car, what they picked. The carbon fiber seat, so the whole back's carbon fiber that you don't really see, but then some of the outside accent pieces, they just chose not to do those in carbon, and it just doesn't make sense. If you're gonna spring for the expensive seat, why not the few other pieces that just make the car go next level? Instead of black plastic, they're carbon fiber. Lamborghini is my favorite brand of car, and a lot of it has to do with the super aggressive styling of it. Like, they look fast parked, they look fast when they're moving. Everything about it screams aggressive. And the cold start sound is, woo, it is amazing. The neighbors say you can hear me driving like a mile down the road. So when you're inside, you don't get that feeling. But the cold starts are few and far between. I know that's a lot to do with living in South Florida. You don't get a lot of that just super loud start unless you let it sit for a day or two. And then sometimes you get it and it's like 10, 15 seconds. And then the car's like, oh, you don't need that. A little bit of a bummer because the cold starts are so loud and kind of exciting. I picked a place to live that's almost always warm, so it's understandable. I'm so happy and proud that all the hard work that we've put in, we being my wife and me, that we've put in over the long haul to be able to afford a luxury like this and not have it financially put us in a bad spot. And it's even more rewarding because of our history together previously in our 20s. That wasn't the case. I would do things like this and put us in a very bad financial situation. If you want to know more about that, you could totally check out my book on Amazon. I'll put the link below. It's also on Audible. I'll throw that below too. So feel free to get my whole story and how I've got to the point I'm at if you care to do that. Again, check out my last video on how I made the decision if this was a wise purchase so I don't put myself in any financial hardship in the future. There was a quick reveal, and 2 of the cars I got rid of is a little teaser in there as well. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, all those things I'm supposed to tell you, and I will see you in the next video.